Hey guys, Gabs Gaming here, bringing to you an Arena 1 strategy and guide. But before I move on into that, just a quick shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for helping me get up to 200 subscribers. It has been a wicked journey and I would not have been able to go this far without you guys, so thank you very much. And to all of those who have not subscribed yet, please do. It really does help and it just boosts me on to create more videos. So yeah, please do, and we'll see how I get on in 2017. Anyway, let's get on with this guide. The reason why I decided to make this is because I looked at a lot of guides out there for the lower down arenas, and a lot of them have like multiple epics in it, and it just like annoyed me because you can get really unlucky. When I first played this game, I got Lightning and the Baby Dragon, the two worst epics there are. And it's just annoying to have these strategies out there that say this is the deck to use and not much else. So what I do is I'm gonna show you nearly the best deck, which is right here. If I had the Goblin Barrel, I would swap it out for the Archers or the Spear Goblins. And this is the deck is if you don't have any epics at all, or you always will have epics. But if you have maybe the Baby Dragon and Lightning, use this deck. I mean, I would probably still use the Baby Dragon somewhere in there, but this I was able to get up to Arena 2 with no problem at all. Again, that's not too surprising given the fact that I've been playing this game for the last 6 months. But, so certain combinations which I use is my favorite one being the Knight and Goblins. This is like it costs 5 elixir, so it's the same as a Prince. So if you don't have a Prince, this is actually about as close as you can get to a Prince attack. The Goblins push the Knight forward, which ends up tanking for the Goblins, who stab this tower to near death. Admittedly, this won't happen that often. You should always defend. The opponent there should have put the Giant in front. This replay here is showing you the power. If you are lucky enough to pick up the Prince, this shows you the power of the Valkyrie and Prince attack. It is very difficult, if not impossible, to stop these 3 cards in a row. It's insane how difficult it is. Of course, it changes up when you get to Arena 2 and 3. There's some things you can do, but down here, this reigns supreme. Again, look on the left-hand side. I then push in with the Knight and the Spear Goblins again. It's just that combination. Whenever you're up in Elixir, I do love pushing in with the Knight and some form of Goblins. If you're able to get a Witch, that is also a very strong card, which I'm going to show right now. But before I do that, I use my Giant to kite this, to take damage from that Baby Dragon, whilst both my towers shoot onto it. The opponent decides to fireball my Goblin Hut. I know I'm up on Elixir. I see him drop down the Musketeer. I immediately drop down my Goblins and Witch. And right now, in my head, I'm thinking, right, I just need to get units in front of the Witch. Keep the Witch alive. She keeps spawning troops, so long as I keep her alive, I'll keep doing a lot of damage. So I managed to get down the Valkyrie. I then get down the Knight. And this is looking like I'm going to finish up. And upon seeing the opponent throw the Goblin Barrel to my tower, I give him the good game, well played. I don't know really what. I thought he was just trying to be funny, but he does an angry face at the end, which means to say he didn't really expect that to happen. Yeah, you want to always take out that Witch, which is why I rate Valkyrie so high. This is a replay showing you if you're using a skeleton army and you see the opponent use an AoE spell like arrows, which is countering your army, put it down immediately and push out with it. The other technique, or you should be using this as well, is splitting your army up. So you can split any multiple troops up if you put them down the middle of your arena. Now when the opponent loses a tower, it sort of messes up the AI and you have to put it further or nearer towards the river to start splitting them up. Anyway, this is a game using a deck with no epics at all. And it's just got some good stuff in here, good sort of basic techniques which I feel that you guys will find very useful. So I put down whilst I'm doing with his Giant, I then put down a Giant of myself to tank the Spear Goblins, the Musketeer and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. whilst my remaining troops clear all that up. So at the moment, I will be up on Elixir, but I certainly have taken a bit of damage on my tab, but that's fine. I'm not fussed at all at this stage of the game. I'm thinking right now, should I be dropping down the Knight and the Spear Guns pushing in, but I prefer, like I said before, my preference is to do that with the Knight and the Goblins. So I'm going to wait, I'm going to recycle again, I'm going to put the knight down at the back. Upon seeing the giant, I drop down my spear goblins. All three of them should be on the right hand side, slight mistake. And I use the goblins to kill the giant whilst my knight takes the damage from the supporting units. Immediately when he dies, I then put down my giant to then take the hits from the Valkyrie, the spear golems, and the musketeer, whilst my single musketeer and single spear golem clean that up. I probably make a little rogue decision. I don't want my musketeer to die, so I drop down the archers to take the hit from the mini P.E.K.K.A. I suppose that does allow me to get probably a few extra shots off on this tower. The musketeer ends up getting 5 shots off instead of, well, maybe if the opponent dropped down the prince on top of the musketeer, that might be different. Anyway, look, this is how you kite the prince. You put down the goblins in the middle of the arena and kite the prince into the middle. I didn't do that so well. You can do it slightly better than that. And it's just, that's the way you deal with prince. You draw him in, you stop him charging, and you try and get 2 towers to kill him. There I dropped the Valkyrie behind the giant to take care of the supporting units, and then I'm going to push back with the Valkyrie and the musketeer. Upon seeing him use arrows to kill my tower, I then immediately push in with the goblins. That was a very bad move on his behalf, and I know that tower's going down. There's nothing stopping it, so now I need to concentrate on kiting this mini P.E.K.K.A. and prince into the middle with my archers, then dropping down the giant to then take their attention, then putting down the Valkyrie to then attack the prince and the giant, and then just that's been done. So I've taken down that left hand side, defended that scary push of high damage units. My musketeer is now waddling forward, so I drop down the knight to protect her from the spear golems and the Valkyrie. I see the prince get dropped. I put down the spear golems and the archers in the middle to take care of that prince and the mini P.E.K.K.A. And once again protecting my musketeer with, this time, the Valkyrie. And I'm just going to let those two do their thing whilst I put down some units on the left hand side to deal with this giant. I put down the knight in the middle to try and take some hits to allow that Valkyrie to live a little bit longer, just a little more tanky shield, and that will be a good game in just a moment. Just a quick note, I don't think in Arena 1 you want to carry a spell. Maybe in Arena 2, well, I'll find that out when I then go into Arena 2, but down in Arena 1 there's just not enough units, which the spells just... If you had all the cards in the game, then definitely you would want a spell, but down here, with what troops are available, don't use a spell, it's a waste of space. If you haven't read my guide, I'll leave a link in this I'll leave a link in the description. It has has some musings on what I classify are the top tier cards at this level, Arena 1 level. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please do please do subscribe, it really does help. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in Arena 2, maybe if you're going through the same progression rate as I am. Anyway guys, hope you have a good one. Galbers out.